Good afternoon. I'm actually balancing my camera on my knee. I'm gonna try to knock this out, like maybe 5 minutes or so, because it was on my mind to talk about. Lately, I have been talking about feeling behind in life, and today, what was weighing on me is the feeling of inferiority, and on top of feeling behind, but more so feeling less than. Coming up, and this is just my own personal story. I had a pretty average childhood, normal. Um, I had both parents in the household up until maybe 11 or 12. Then it became a single family household, and I was always I had my shyness, my timidness, but at the same time I wanted to be an entertainer. I wanted to do the acting. I wanted to do the modeling. But anyway, there was just all kinds of boldness that I did have about me. But somewhere in there, I started getting feedback in such a way, from not just family, but even friends, classmates, or whatever. But and I think it's generational too. Come to think of it, like the sign of the times. Like I'm gonna pause that there. Like nowadays, we have this political correctness, or people, if you do or say something, or what have you, then they're ready to cancel you. If you're big like that, or people they'll come for you. But in that time, not long ago, you can people just say stuff to you, and it's like, you just taking a hit. It's some wild things. But as I got older, mainly like into my 20s, early 30s, for sure, I started feeling what I would term now like a beat down. I'm talking solid knocks on my confidence and self-esteem. And of course, too, the dynamic, because again, some things is generational. And my parents, my mom, she comes from a different generation. And then, her parents, how she came up, and not to mention, the man and woman dynamic, the racial dynamic, wow, you name it. So that said, I took some hits. Getting married young, my husband, he wasn't faithful, so of course my self-esteem is taking some hits there, because in being coming from the church and learning everything that I had, it's until death do you part. One man, one woman, the whole kit and caboodle. And to even pause and even go so far as to say, I love how our bishop put it a couple of months back, as far as like, why we believe what we believe is not so much as like, a religious thing, or our faith, but he took it back to Moses writing the law of divorcement, and it was just said it was a law. So he said, you're breaking the law. So that's why I've held to death do your part, because although he since remarried and divorced in the second time, I hold on to remaining, as far as marriage is concerned. So that's remaining unmarried. To get that out the way, and sorry for all the confusion, but like I'm talking now off the cuff. I wish I had notes, but I wanted to really get this out now. My uncle, when he talked about trauma in the mind, and I may go back and watch that again, watch that particular message, things that stick with you in such a way, and you don't even know that it's there until something else happens or something plays out, and then you find yourself reacting, doing something, thinking something, or whatever it may be. And even now I find myself, having to consistently overcome, different thoughts and different things that was said, different things that was done, and to pick myself up, because we can beat ourselves down. We don't need nobody else doing it. At this age of my life now, I think that's really if I want to speak on, nail down any trauma, it would be the inferiority, being made to feel, less than. Things that I wanted to do and was made to feel like it's a good idea, but I can't pull it off, or maybe like start something, but I have different people and attitudes and spirits around me, and things to get knocked down because people can be doing or saying something behind the scenes and you don't know it. So a total stop is put to it. So those types of things over the years, when you like, or me, I could feel like I could be further if I would have just been allowed to keep going. But instead, for whatever reason, I was stopped. I think that's pretty much it for now. I'm in a much better headspace in life, and I thank God, that He's blessing me to just keep overcoming. We are all overcomers, and that's another thing. From my last video, everything God made is good, and we are overcomers. That's it. That's in His Word, and everything that's happened in the past, what's happening now, and God willing, even in the future. But He's already there for me. He's already did things. He's worked it out. He knows my history. So that said, I'm on a just daily, trusting God to help me keep moving forward and not revisiting, past things that, unless it has to be dealt with. And I ask God, of course, to give me the mind, give me the strength, give me what I need so that I can do just that, face it. But yes, that I would say that is something, or if you want to even call it a trauma, or I've seen that I looked up inferiority complex. I would say that is something that I struggled with. Do I still now? I'll say it loosely, from time to time, and I have to watch that, because, like I say, God knows. I wanted to start something last year, and I want to prayerfully get it going this year, but something in our church, for us as ladies, especially in midlife, because these changes in our lives, be it, especially be like hormones, but these changes, and if you, depending on the background that you're coming from, like myself, speaking right now, just feeling behind and adding inferiority, everybody has a story. So I just want to be of service and to just help individuals understand that all is well, that you will be all right, and we just have to stay the course and just keep working for what we believe in and believe in ourselves and keep trusting God in it, and not to feel less than, to be made to feel like you are not enough. So that's what I have for now. I hope this video made some kind of sense. I came over to sit by the dog park. I thought about going again, but like, no, one, I don't have a dog, and two, if somebody does show up, I don't feel like moving. So I'm going to get up from here, and if you did get something from this video, if it resonated with you, please like and subscribe. If you're a first-time watcher, my name is Candace. I appreciate you tuning in. To those that subscribe to me and that watches my videos, I appreciate you, and I appreciate all the support. So yeah, until next video, bye.